Good morning, traders. Welcome to the live trading room. I hope you are all doing well this morning. I'm a bit conflicted on which area to start with, whether we start with the US dollar pairs or we start with the cryptocurrencies. But let's go through the US dollar pairs. Let's have a look at the DXY. We'll go to the cryptocurrencies. Let's look at the bigger structure here on the DXY daily. So with the DXY as well as the euro, there are two things that we are waiting for to happen here on the DXY, for the structure to give us a sell setup as well as for the daily RSI to start trading below 50. So we were looking at this structure. When this structure was building up, there was a possibility that we can get one more up here and still make a move to the downside. But we are right at the 50%. It looks like the daily is starting to trade below 50. That's what we want to see, right? So if we start breaking lower here, break lower, continue to the downside, pull back, we're all well on our way to the downside. So that is what we're looking for on the DXY. Is that expanding flat going to play out, or are we done and we're ready with the move to the downside? This is going to be telling. We are right at the critical level there, and we'll be looking for this to come to around these levels. Let's do it like that. No, why this is stretched like that. So this is the structure, the three-wave structure, 1, 2, 3 there. We've reached the blue box. We're looking for this one to drop to the downside. That's what we're looking for here. We saw this divergence. We saw this divergence there. And then we've got the drop to the downside. We're consolidating in this area. We're going to look at this consolidation in the 4-hour and the 1 hour to see if this is going to be a continuation to the downside. If this is giving us a continuation to the downside, that means we're going to start dropping below 50. And if we start dropping below 50 on the daily, that means confirmation of a trend reversal. Okay, so this is the DXY now. So on the 4-hour, it's showing us downside. We are seeing downside with just this three-way structure. I'm going to explain this three-way structure because when we look at the US like there's something I want to talk about when you look at US like now, right? So this is the structure. We can make a move down here. We can make a pullback here and make a continuation pattern to the downside. So that structure would have been this. So we're looking for a continuation to the downside. Okay. Now look at this here. If you look at the indicators where we are currently at current levels, you'll see that it's all confirming downside. The stock RSI is right at the top. This is well below 50. So we're expecting the DXY to continue to the downside. If it continues to the downside, the daily RSI will start trading below 50. And similarly on the euro, look at this. We've got a setup here on the euro for more upside on the 4-hour. Look at this one. It's a textbook setup. We're going to look for more upside here. Okay, if you remember last time we took the euro here and we took the euro here. So 1, 2 trades here, and we said if we're gonna get to around 1780, 1700, we will be looking to move the stop from to break even. Now what we have here now is showing us continuation to the upside on the 4-hour. That is a setup on the 4-hour for more upside. Similarly, the DXY is going to set up for continuation to the downside. Now, if you look at the daily, we're still just right at the borderline on the daily. Okay, we're right on the borderline, but we are consolidating on the 4-hour. So which means we may very likely start breaking out of this structure. And if we start breaking out, that is the long-term change in trend on the euro as well as the DXY. Now let's talk about US dollar CAD. I got a very rude text yesterday. I'm not going to mention names. Somebody saying you suck. And that's unfortunate because that's one of our members. But I need to explain something so that we do not have any misunderstanding. So what was happening was this yesterday. I do not know if the client was in a sell setup or trade on the US dollar CAD. Unfortunately, sorry for bringing this up, but I'm not going to mention your name. But it was really unfortunate. The words used. I mean, you don't go and tell somebody you suck without giving proper reasons. Let's have a look at this. I want to do this, and I want us to discuss this. Let's have a look here. I do not want to compare. I want to replay. I'm gonna cut this one here. Now look at this. If you are in a sell setup on a trade like this, so the message was that I got when US dollar CAD was doing this. I do not know if the charts on the website are already updated. And the issue is that the charts are completely doing the opposite of what we're forecasting, or the price is doing the opposite of what we're doing. I don't know if we've already updated this morning's links. If we've not, I'll try to get yesterday's 1 hour chart. For some reason, Slack couldn't load. Let's post this and get the Slack opened. So the message came saying that the charts that we forecasted are doing the complete opposite of what we have forecasted. But if you look at the forecast that we had, we're expecting a 3-wave pullback on the 1 hour chart. And that is what I've explained. So on the 1 hour chart, we're looking for a 1 hour pullback. That is the chart from yesterday, 21 October, 8:29 UCT time. So that was the expectation that we're going to have this one giving us a 3-wave pullback. And indeed, we've got the 3-wave pullback. We just have not reached the 24 level. So we do expect that as much as we do have this corrective structure, it has already done this now. We may get something like this. We may even get a deeper one that will get us to 24. So it's important to understand that we will update the charts, but it's not always going to be 100% as forecasted. And there are some charts that are completely not going to play out according to the analysis. That is, I mean, we're not promising a holy grail. What we're promising is that we're using a well-tested strategy that has got risk, and we know how to manage and mitigate those risks. Okay, so that's why you need to really use proper risk management. And when you do have issues, please use proper language. I mean, it was very unfortunate because this member has been with us for some time, almost a year. So if you've been with us for almost a year, I do believe that if you have been paying the subscription price every single month, you were happy with the service until you were not doing well at that specific point. So yes, so this is trading. It is not 100%. So you need to make sure you use proper risk management. So this is what was happening yesterday with the US dollar CAD, and what we expect this morning. We're expecting this to continue. Possibility at this. Let's have a look here at how this plays out. So we're currently here. So as I explained yesterday to the member, that this is only a 3-wave pullback on the 1 hour. Another issue was that there were 4 hour on US dollar CAD. It's just showing downside. Yes, this is the higher degree. We're showing that the overall move here is downside, but the 1 hour will give you that detail of the pullbacks. Okay, so that is what the 1 hour is for. It's giving you the detail of the pullbacks that we expect. So that is what we had here on US dollar CAD. So it's still a possibility that we can have this one making a 3-wave structure like this, go to 24, and then continue to the downside. But as it is now, we're looking for a continuation to the downside, indicators showing us downside. So our trade is still to the downside, and we're still looking for further downside on US dollar CAD. Okay, so those are the pairs. Now let's have a look at US dollar CHIF. We showed US dollar CHIF. How many charts have we shown on US dollar CHIF, showing exactly how this was going to play out? From a couple of weeks back, when we were still around here, we said it's going to come here. When we got here, we said it's going to come down here. Last week, we had it as a chart of the week here. We had it as a trade setup here, and this is going to the downside. So you do get some 90% correct most of the time, but you will get some wrong. That's normal. Okay, so that is what we have on US dollar CAD, US dollar CHIF. Now, if we're expecting the DXY to continue lower, that is supporting of the move to the downside as far as US dollar CHIF is concerned. So we'll expect US dollar CHIF to continue lower. Right, Audi on the 1 hour is showing us a continuation to the upside. That's the trade setup showing us continuation to the upside here. We've already confirmed it, that we're going to see continuation to the upside. So CAD should continue lower. US dollar CHIF should continue lower. Okay, so that is what we have there on US dollar, Audi US dollar, looking for this one to have made a 3-wave pullback. We've got a complete 3-wave pullback. We're looking for upside. Although there's also a possibility for this here. We've got 3 waves down here. We've got 1, 2, 3. Always look for these possibilities. You can have this one as a complete 3-wave structure, and we look for more upside. Okay, so that's what we have on Audi US dollar, and it will be the same across all the US dollar pairs, the 1-hour setups after the 3-wave pullbacks. So we'll look for this to continue to the upside. I can't remember if I looked at the 1-hour chart on the euro. So this is what we have. Any consolidation here, look for more upside. I didn't check the 1-hour on the euro. So the 1-hour on the euro is an clean flat correction, guys. Clean flat correction. On the 1-hour, you're looking for more upside. Okay, we only looked at the 4-hour, but that's a textbook flat correction, looking for more upside on the euro. Okay, pound US dollar. Pound US dollar, same. We're still pulling back with this corrective structure, but we will continue to the upside. This should continue to the upside simply because of the weakness in the DXY. So we'll expect pound to continue pushing to the upside. Okay, we've gone through all of these. Did we look at New Zealand? Yes, we did. US dollar ZAR. So US dollar ZAR has made a bounce. Expect consolidation around these levels for at least another leg to around these levels. Pound yen. So pound yen, we're expecting a deeper correction at current levels. So we've got the 3-wave structure here. We've got the 3 waves here. We can get this one doing that in the upside. So let's just have a look here on the, let's just have a look at the charts here. So we can show you the exact leveling on pound yen. I hope you guys are watching the live technical analysis, because that gives you a good picture of how we're analyzing the charts and why we're labeling the charts the way we do. So from the weekly chart to the 1-hour, so why do we label them the way we do? So pound Audi, if you look at the 4-hour, we're still looking for more upside. So on the 1-hour, we'll be looking for a consolidation here or there, or a pullback in the one. Let's have a look at the 1-hour. We're looking for a pullback here on the 1-hour. So far, we've got the 3 waves. We can get this one doing this here, giving us a 3-wave structure here for more upside. And that is pound yen. So we just want to wait and see how that structure builds up. Okay. US dollar yen also pulling back. So US dollar yen on the 1-hour is showing us downside. So it could be coming down around this level as far as US dollar yen is concerned, giving us a structure like this before resumption of the move up higher. Let's have a look at it as well. 1-hour, US dollar yen. That is the expectation there. 1, 2, 3, and a continuation to the upside. Right. Euro yen, pullbacks all around. We're looking for pullbacks all around. 1, 2, 3, and then upside. Nothing new on the 1-hour. We're looking for pullbacks, and we'll look for setups accordingly. Chief, same, 3 down, 3 up. We'll look for 3 down and then upside. So they all have similar structures. We're looking for pullbacks across, and let me have a look at them all on the website. As you can see, these are latest charts from this morning, about an hour ago. We're looking for 1, 2, 3 upside, all of them. And then I'm going to go to the live charts. New Zealand, same. CAD, same. Okay, let's go to the live charts now and see those pullbacks. Euro yen, this is where we are. This is 3, 3, we're expecting that. Chief yen, same, this is 3, 3, expecting this before we push up higher. Audi, policy move, pullback, continuation to the downside, and then upside. New Zealand yen, same. All of them making same structures, and then upside. We wait until there's a trade setup. Right now, there isn't any trade setup on the yen pairs. We look for those deeper corrective structures for us to start looking at the trade. right? That is CAD yen 1, 2, 3, and then upside. Right, so those are the yen pairs. Gold with the US dollar yen pulling back. With the US dollar yen pulling back, gold has made 3 waves to the upside here. We've got a pulsing move down, and we could be making a structure here like this. So we could be making a structure here like this on gold, like this. And if you look at this here, we already had 3 waves to the upside. So we may get a pullback from current levels for this one leg down here. Then we continue to push to the upside as far as gold is concerned. Then we'll have this one yellow degree giving us a WXY structure here. Then we'll integrate that into the rest of the structure. Silver. Silver is actually going up almost impulsively. So far, we could be coming to around this level. Let's have a look and see how far silver goes, but we should reach around 24.60, 25 on silver before we can disqualify this as a 3-wave pullback and start looking at it as an impulse. All right, platinum. Consolidating as well, 1, 2, just like gold, we're going to see more upside. Whether we're going to get one more leg to the upside or this is going to continue to the upside will be confirmed here. Brent crude oil, it's a pullback. Much needed pullback. We've got a flat correction so far. Can it be a double and we get something like that? That's also a possibility. Then you can actually look to take a trade here, the blue box on this one. Pound Audi. Pound Audi continues lower. You'll remember the trade setup we've had from Pound Audi was from here. This was just simply a pullback here, and just look for this to continue to the downside. Euro Audi is already well on its way to the downside, and will continue lower. If you look at this on the 4-hour, this is showing us continuation to the downside. Look at this. So even if it was pulling back yesterday with a strong impulse, you could see that that was not going to go anywhere because this is below 50 and this had resetted already at the top. So that's why you will not be panicking if you're on a sell here. You will expect this to continue to the downside. EuroCAD will continue to, I'm still on the pound pace. So this was the pullbacks on the pound, New Zealand as well, but look at this. This is why, this is how you look, you know when you're in a trade, how do you know that it's not going to reverse on you? Like you're on the trade, you've got the trade here. So remember the forecast was from here, from the blue box here, you're down here. Now it's pulling back with a strong impulse. How do you know whether to hold on or to leave the trade? This is how you know with the indicator. Indicator will tell you, is this trend done? If it's not done, you will continue seeing these setups on the indicator. Okay. All right. That is pound New Zealand, pound CAD. Pound CAD, this looks like a 3-wave structure. Looks like we're going to have something like this, and we're going to have continuation to the downside. Let's just wait for this to confirm downside at this stage. We're starting to drop below 50 on the 4-hour again. Not the cleanest of corrections here, unless we are looking at it like this. This has now made a pulsing move. This has now made a pulsing move, corrected there, and we're looking for downside. But with that, there's a possibility for a bounce back around this level before we continue lower. Let's watch. Pound CHF dropped finally, right? Finally dropped. From the blue box, that's our setup. We've got this trade on we've got this setup here on our setups. Every one of you should have heard this. We discussed this one live. I explained this one live here, showing that we're taking this one from the blue box. Has it already been updated? Looks like it's already, am I on the right one? Oh, blue box setups, my apologies. This was a textbook setup. 2 days ago. 2 days ago, and that is the setup. Hope you all took this trade setup. It was a clear one, textbook one from the blue box, looking for this to continue lower. We're already on our way to the downside. Let's see here if you can put your stops to break even yet. So if you had put your stop at 28.33, which is the of where we've put it at 28.12, you can move it just at this entry here. Entry from the blue box. There will be consolidation here. There will be a pullback here and continuation to the downside. You're not just breaking a straight line like that. If you're here and you've put your stop into break even, you're not going to lose that trade. You can only get the trade right. All right, that's pound chief. That's the trade setup. Euro pound consolidating here. We've got this. We'll look for this to continue lower. Euro New Zealand pullback from yesterday was simply that. Look at the RSI well below 50. This is resetted. We look for this to continue lower. Euro Audi, we've looked at. Euro CAD, this will drop. We can get this one doing that. So eventually there will be a WXY, and then we look for this to continue lower. Euro Chief, we saw this 2 days ago, looking for this to continue lower. Audi New Zealand, we're now expecting Audi New Zealand to give us a 3-wave pullback. We're still expecting that. But if you look at Audi New Zealand, we are still well below 50. This is at the top. Are we going to get a deeper pullback than that? Let's keep an eye on it. Audi CAD, showing us one more up here. As I indicated, if you look at this, it looks like a fractal there where we can have this one doing this. So let's see if we can get a push to the upside. We can get a deeper one and then continuation to the upside. Audi Chief. Looks like Audi Chief has completed its 3 waves and we're going to start looking for downside here. Let's have a look here. What is the 3-wave I'm talking about? This is the 3-wave I'm talking about. We may have completed these 3 waves and we start looking for a drop now. Any continuation pattern to the downside, we're going to start taking it. New Zealand CAD. Nothing has changed on New Zealand CAD. It's a strong impulsive move to the upside. 3-wave pullback before continuation to the upside. New Zealand Chief. Just like Audi Chief, we may have reached the 3-wave structure here. This one may push slightly higher to around these levels before coming down. So we expect this to push slightly higher and then come down. CAD Chief, so far, this looks like 3 waves unless we start breaking out of this structure. We've kind of what looks like a continuation pattern there. Only trick part here is that we're already below 50 years and we may start making a move to the downside. So we may start having this move to the downside. We'll keep an eye on that. Forex, or rather common indices, no new analysis there. S&P 500 breaking up higher as expected after the 3-wave structure. Breaking the previous highs here in the S&P 500. There's no analysis, there's nothing new. Dow Jones Industrial. Yes, yes, the CAD pairs we're looking for pullbacks. We're looking for pullbacks as well. So or pound CAD. So pound CAD here, if you remember, we've got a setup on pound CAD for a move here, like this, for a pullback. So we'd expect pound CAD also to pull back before continuation to the downside. So the CAD pairs are looking like they are going to give us some sort of a bounce. So this is not necessarily because of the CAD, but rather because of the New Zealand. So we can have this one here consolidating for a bounce to the upside. All right, as well as New Zealand CAD. That's New Zealand CAD and Audi CAD. Okay. NASDAQ. We've been talking about this for days now, looking for more upside. NASDAQ should go and break the previous highs. UK 100. It's got a nice setup on the 4-hour, showing us continuation to the upside. This is a nice setup on the UK 100. A clear indication that we're going to see more upside here on the UK 100. A candle above this, you're going to see more upside. DAX. Also in this consolidation. So that consolidation could be something like this. And then upside. Look for DAX to break above that level for more upside. And the Nikkei. The Nikkei, interestingly, has made only 3 waves. It's made a pulsing move. Looks like we're going to be correcting here before we get a move to the downside. We're going to update the structure that's going to make after that. And lastly, Nifty, showing us a deeper correction there for a change. We should expect something like this on the Nifty. All right, so we hit the all-time highs on Bitcoin yesterday. What is the structure now? Let's have a look. If you look at the 4-hour, we're still expecting more upside. Yeah, we've already said US dollar chief, we're expecting continuation to the downside. So yes, US dollar chief, continuation to the downside. Bitcoin, 3 waves upside. Look at this here. Look at this here. We're looking for continuation to the upside, and we're going to retest that high at 66,000. We're going to see more highs on Bitcoin. It's not done yet. We're still going to see more upside, and that 4-hour is showing us that exactly. If you look on the 1-hour, looking at the 1-hour, let's have a look here. So the 1-hour is not really confirming that push to the upside. Let's have a look. So if it does not go, we can have this one doing that. But let's keep an eye. Let's wait for that 4-hour to confirm. How would we confirm on the 4-hour? We confirm by getting that candle to close above the flag. But our flag is a little bit tricky here. Let's draw it on the 1-hour. So that is where we want to see the 4-hour closing above. We want to see the 4-hour closing above that. So we would want to see that close above that for us to confirm more upside. That's Bitcoin, Ethereum. Not the cleanest, has not quite reset it at the bottom. But we are bullish Ethereum. That's a move. We're looking for a new high, new all-time highs on Ethereum. Let's look at the 1-hour as well, because we're simply looking for continuation patterns. So Ethereum can give us a structure like this: 1, 2, 3 before we get upside. Let's keep an eye on that. So if you look at the 1-hour, still is slightly just at 50%. This has reset it, so there's a possibility for that structure before we make a move to the upside. On Ethereum, Litecoin, same. 1, 2, 3, and then we push upside. XRP, XRP, same, 1, 2, 3, and then upside. Then we'll be out of this structure on XRP. There's a possibility of us being here and we're starting this for upside. Dogecoin. Now looking at Dogecoin, we've got 3 down, we've got 3 up. Yes, there's a possibility we get another 3 here before we push to the upside. Not clear at this stage on Dogecoin, so let's just watch that for now and look at the others that are clearer. Like ADA. ADA, we were looking at a daily setup yesterday. It's not really gone anywhere, but we still expect ADA to break up higher. So even if we do get this one, this is 3 waves down, this is 3 waves, we can get one move to the downside and then we can look for this to continue up higher. Right, so that is ADA, Solana. Going to retest that all-time highs again. We've got 3 down, we've got 3 up. We want to see if Solana is going to come back for this one before we push to the upside. This will be a nice place to put in a new trade for more upside. XMR, there was also a daily setup. It's also in play. This is XMR, as already confirmed, and it is now continuing to push to the upside. I think we have sent this one as a trade setup on XMR. Okay, so that is XMR. Binance spiked down and continued to the upside. No new analysis there, but that spike is telling you that this is an impulse. So any continuation pattern here, you look to take it to the upside. And that's all for today. Shiba Inu, let's have a look at Shiba Inu. So Shiba Inu, we've got 3 up, 3 down. We're looking for 3 up to go retest the previous highs. And our structure is this one, 1, 2, 3, and we look for continuation to the upside. That is Shiba Inu after this big, massive swing from the bottom to the top. That's Shiba Inu. So here we're looking for this to break up higher. Let's have a look at that in the 4 hour to see if we're gonna get a move up. Yes, showing us a flat correction here that we're gonna see more upside here on Shiba Inu. And that's all for today, guys. You must have a great weekend. Don't forget to check out the live technical analysis in an hour, 15 minutes from now. I will see you all on Sunday. Please do make sure that you watch those weekly outlooks, even if you do not watch them live, but do make sure that you watch the recording. Have a great weekend, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.